Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Bad Comedy Podcast. My name's Mac, and I'm from the Bad Comedy Podcast, and I'm here with my partner here.
Jason from the Bad Comedy Podcast. Jason Melton from the Bad Comedy Podcast.
And thank you so much for coming on to listen to some comedy with us this hour.
Thank you for coming to our podcast for comedy.
It's bad.
So good to be here
It's good
with
to
you.
be here. Yeah,
With
Jesus
you.
Christ. People actually do that. People do start shows like that.
Hey, I'm so happy to be here in New York City.
Like the news,
And,
dude. Imagine being on the news and having
yeah.
to act like that all the
Good
time.
evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
What did they say on the news?
There's been unprecedented cases of, I can't. I almost got demon timed.
There are.
We have to start
YouTube is going straight up fucking gooner on us.
We have to start censoring everything.
They're getting ghoul mode.
I'm too scared of saying the word that sounds like Benser. So I say Benser.
I say girls gone wild.
The girls have gone wild, everyone. Hold on.
People don't talk about how scary that is.
Should we do the news real quick? The new news?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'm Doug Stanhope, and I'm here to say that I'm here with the 6 o'clock news.
You're supposed to intro me.
Oh, sorry. I was going to be the news reporter. I was just improvising immediately. I'm Doug Stanhope, and I'm here, the 6 o'clock Girls Gone Wild news. We're now cutting to the field where we have our correspondent, Mac Nepper. Mac Nepper.
Thank you so much, Mr. Stanhope. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it's a tragic day we have today. The girls have gone wild, and also in the news. Sorry,
news.
I just had to take a moment there after that. That was a lot.
Did you not have another part to that Girls Gone Wild part?
I mean, that was pretty big news.
In other news, we're having a bead shortage.
Doug, I understand
The girls are absorbing all the beads.
Doug, I understand you're a comedian, but we're live right now. So
No, this is news.
I need to continue.
All right, go ahead. Please continue.
And
In the field, Mac Nepper, continue.
in recent studies, it has been found that all movies are real. They're all true. Every single movie and cartoon. So
Now you're going to use all our good Patreon bits that we wrote last episode.
Fiction doesn't exist. Fiction is a figment of your imagination.
It's stranger than fiction.
And
You ever
this
see that
is
movie?
yes. This is coming from the news. We are not on the right wing or the left wing. We are center.
We're straight in the middle, Fox News.
This is centrist Fox News, folks. And now signing off. Thank you all so much for listening to the news. I have been Mac, and thanks, Doug Stanhope.
Thanks for having me. Anyway, I'm also got to hawk these DVDs. Girls Gone Wild DVDs. Doug Stanhope used to do Girls Gone Wild commercials. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Also, Doug Stanhope does stand up.
The hardest thing in the world was before...
Wait. Think about that.
All right, let me think about that.
Doug Stanhope does stand up also. Doug Stanhope.
One of the toughest decisions you'd have to make in your life as a 12-year-old boy before the internet was whether or not to watch the Girls Gone Wild commercials or the BT Uncut. It's on at the same time.
I always
the
put
Girls Gone Wild commercials. Yeah, that's
dude, the censored.
That's because you're not a true member of the wig community.
No,
like me and my homies.
No,
we're in the wig community, and we always would watch BT Uncut.
No, I get that. Well, I'm a black man trapped in a white man's body.
Tip drill.
So I like white bitches.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But they were never thick.
So I'm not.
Girls Gone Wild girls were never thick.
I'm not a huigar.
Do you remember when girls used to be like before the BBLs and all the thickness being popular? Girls were like rail thin, even in rap videos.
Well, also
they were like really. It was like more in to be like not thick.
I mean, prior to the 2000s, yeah, you didn't want to have a big butt.
Yeah, they considered Jennifer Lopez to have a big butt.
Yeah,
and her butt's just like normal.
Yeah, like they would see that like butt fat is the same as like any other fat, pretty much. They
were like, "Oh my God, your ass is fat."
Yeah,
and that was like an insult.
But breasts have always been popular.
True that.
Yep.
I've never been a breast guy.
You're more of a buttocks.
Yeah, I like a butt. You know what they never talk about? They say you like boobs or ass. I go, what about the feet guys?
That's true.
They should be, what do you like, boobs, ass, or feet?
Yeah, what about Foot Fat 20? That guy that DM'd all the comics to see what their foot size was.
I want to know who that was.
He finally hit me up.
He hit you up again?
No.
This is years old. Like, Foot Fat 20 has not hit me up in years. When's the last time you talked to Foot Fat?
You told me about it when you were on the pod, me, you, and Dando Simo, like the 4th episode of the pod.
This knife just opened.
This is within the first 10 episodes of the podcast.
Yeah. Like really old.
Yeah, and
I had been getting hit up by Foot Fat 20.
Yeah, it's a guy named Foot Fat 20 or something. 20, and he just solicits feet pics from comics. I guess. I guess Bob Keane got hit up by him.
Oh, really?
Because he posted a screenshot of it.
Now I don't feel special at all.
Yeah, and then it was
I don't want to be in the same group as Bob Keane, even if it's for our feet.
It was like 6 months later, I think I got hit up by him.
Yeah, that sucks. You were low on the list.
Yeah, I guess my feet.
So, what if it was Jim from North Bar? I'm like, who knows all of us?
I wouldn't be surprised.
You would only go to North Bar at the time, so that kind of narrows it down.
It does. Jim.
It could be Jim.
Jim could be a lot of things.
What is Jim is hitting us? What if it was Dale? Is Dale Foot Fat 20?
I think it's Dale.
Dale McPeak, Foot Fat 20.
Dale McFeet.
Dale McFeet.
Yeah. Well, we figured it out.
He wants to see our feet because he can't see his own.
It's not nice. Why would you? It's so not nice. That's a good friend of mine.
You know,
are you calling him fat?
When he get his shoe shined, he has to take their word for it. That's an old joke.
I actually, he pays me to shine his shoes.
Oh yeah,
I just don't do it.
Just don't do it. It's easy money.
His shoes are not shiny at all.
He's got the dullest shoes.
Hey, it pays like $40.
He's walking around like his shoes are shined too. He's all proud. I paid for this.
Everyone's laughing at him on the
Everyone's
streets.
laughing at him. He has no idea.
Obviously, these days you gotta have shiny shoes. You gotta have shiny.
You can't even tell if he's wearing pants. This is mean.
He's gonna start going on walks soon. I told him because whenever I hit him up to go on walks, he's always at his mom's house. And then when I talked to him on the phone earlier yesterday, I was like, weird coincidence that you're always at your mom's house whenever I want to patrol Humboldt Park with you.
Yeah. You call it a patrol to make it sound more fun.
Yeah. So
you use language like
so I'm trying to add like a racist twang. So I'm like, we got to make sure the Puerto Ricans aren't up to no good or something, you know?
Yeah. We're a neighborhood watch group. We're not
exactly.
We're not walking
we're not getting
for your
in
health.
shape. Yeah, we're not walking.
Exercise, no fun.
We're not walking. So
neighborhood watch, calling the police on black people. There we go.
Yeah. So that's how I've been trying to get him. But I told him when you're, he's like, well, I've been sleeping at my mom's house like every night because I'm depressed. I was like, just take your fucking medicine, dude.
Is he
stop
leaving
it for the rats to eat?
Yeah, that's a good joke. He does.
That is a good bit. Check out Dale McPeak, guys. He's funny.
And check out FootFet 20
for his other
if we were female comics, we'd just be getting hit up left and right. Somebody, I don't want to name their name because I don't know what their deal is, but somebody was showing me like their messages about their feet, not FootFet, but like just guys who have like FootFet was too scared to put their picture or say who they were. There's guys using their personal Instagrams to message female comedians, hey, I'll give you money. I just need one with your toes spread out.
I would send that for sure for money if I was a woman.
Yeah.
Women, stop trying to have all this dignity.
Yeah. They say women don't have it as easy as men, but that sounds pretty easy. Yeah. You know what you never hear? Ribbed for his pleasure.
100%.
You never hear that.
Except for I won't bring the
except that you took my joke and ruined it by writing it on some tiny condoms.
Well,
but I have the new thing.
Well, now that you brought it up,
but I gotta bring them out. Yeah, bring them out. The condoms.
All right, so guys, these are very, very.
I'm sure this
small,
will have no demon time effects.
Very small condoms, and they say Jason Melton custom fit condoms.
Yeah,
and they say ribbed for his pleasure.
When it says custom fit,
the man Jason is having sex with.
When it says custom fit, they didn't have my dick to make a mold, so they just used his Max mouth.
But also, Also,
we have these bits worked out where you could finish my joke.
the rib for his pleasure bit, I wrote this on here because this is a different week when you said it originally. I already had this written on there before you made that bit.
No way.
Yep.
No way.
I'll
Rib for his pleasure?
Yeah.
I was doing it as a anti-feminist
I know.
joke. Is that so? It's a
But
coincidence or what?
I had that printed out. It was just a coincidence. We have the same brain. Yeah.
Weird. Yeah. That is so weird. I actually thought you wrote that on them later, like the second or third time you did the bit.
It was printed off on a label. I made. Yeah.
I thought you did the bit once and then later added the label, like just you're punching up the condoms.
No, I just want to make it gay.
The prop joke you got here.
I just wanted to make it look like you had a small D and you were gay.
Remember when we had the Dan?
And happy Pride
Remember we
Month.
had the Dan DeSimo book autobiography, and then we opened it was Carlos Mencia's.
Yeah.
I still have that book in my car. I think.
If any of you guys know Dan DeSimo, who Dan DeSimo is, Dan DeSimo is selling a book on his website. What is it, JeffDunham.com?
Yeah, Dan DeSimo's website, JeffDunham.com. You can buy his book. It's called
it's like $35.
You Ever Eat One Pringle?
Yeah, it's called You Ever Eat One Pringle, and it's about his Pringles joke.
I'm reading through it. It's mentioned all these celebrities, but they're like that he knows supposedly like all these guys from the Comedy Store and Dave Chappelle and stuff. Then I take off and then mentions as being a Latin American comic.
Yeah.
I take off the
Dan's
cover.
Yeah.
The book jacket. It's Carlos Mencia's autobiography.
It's insane.
Dan just took Carlos Mencia's autobiography and put their book jacket over it. It says Pringles only, whatever.
Yeah. No,
he stole Carlos Mencia's life.
Yeah, that's insane. And then what? $35 you said you had to pay?
It was like $60.
$60, and then no refunds. Dude, that's and the title of it,
just like
it's. I think the title was "You Ever Eat Just One Pringle." That's my joke. That's my joke. His title of his book of his life. It was my joke that he stole from me.
And I'd rather have my joke stolen than my whole life, like Carlos Mencia.
Yeah,
poor guy.
Jeez. I mean, he might have stolen some stuff, but he didn't steal like a full life.
Coincidentally, we're talking about this. Last night, I stayed up until 3 a.m, and the thing I was doing before I went to bed was reading Carlos Mencia's comments on his Instagram. I was going through Carlos Mencia's Instagram.
How mean are people to him?
They're crazy mean, and he responds to all of them. And he says the same things over and over. He just like denies it, and he denies all the shit.
Yeah,
you know. And it's wild. His Instagram is one of the saddest places on the internet, and I was kind of like,
hold on, pause.
I just was.
So, Carlos Mencia.
Yeah, I think it's one of the saddest places on the internet. His Instagram,
dude. I honestly like in the video where Joe Rogan calls him out.
Yeah,
like he's being really mean. I kind of felt bad for Mencia, like even though he's
Carlos Mencia
stole Ari Shaffir's.
Well, in that clip, it's Joe Rogan's show. Joe Rogan is the host. Carlos Mencia went on stage like he wasn't supposed to. It's freezing. Look, I'm frozen. Yeah, I'm like moving, not moving.
Let's do this for one more minute and see if the audio comes through normal.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I felt bad for Carlos. Joe was being too mean.
Carlos Mencia.
Yeah, just be nice to Carlos Mencia. I mean, he's not as bad as Dan Steelmo.
That's true.
Yeah. Dan Steelmo literally stole.
Nowadays, they call it sampling, and it's what all the rappers do.
Yeah.
You take this old song that's already good, and then you put louder drums on it, and you say stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, Dan does mainly covers.
I think that beat, I heard that BBL Drizzy beat was made with AI.
Well, so a cover is like you do the exact thing, pretty much. Dan also does book covers and.
Well, it's a book cover.
He does book covers over other people's books and says his own books, and he also covers people's jokes.
Sweet.
So we're trying this new type of. If you're watching on video, folks, we're trying this new artistic, abstract Picasso type of thing.
Legitimately, we did a Cocaine Murder Jam special where we made this happen on purpose.
Yeah,
to be like artsy.
Well, that's.
It's actually kind of cool, like the way I'm moving and making the fuck up.
Well, you know that I'm secretly alt and I am doing this on purpose.
Oh yeah, I wish, dude. In fact, our fucking shit sucks.
I hate alt people.
Yeah.
Even though people try to say I'm alt, yeah, maybe alt right. I'm left wing. Yeah.
What? Control Alt Delete.
I'm the alternative to the
Who
right.
said that? I think
I'm a leftist.
I think Stephen Curry said that to you.
I agree with everything that Antifa does, except for taking down a Teddy Roosevelt statue.
I'm into that.
Where is that statue? What, do they just crush it into pieces?
I'm into them taking down every statue except, of course, the golden cow I worship.
Yeah. Does that come from the evangelists or whatever? Like the crazy.
That's the Moses story.
Oh,
Moses in the desert. He leaves and then he comes back and they're all worshiping a golden cow.
False idol, yeah.
And then so he walks them through the desert until that whole generation of people die off before he takes them to paradise. He takes their kids or whatever.
Right. He got back. He's like, what the heck?
I think they walked through the desert for 40 years or some shit.
He went there. He's like, what the heck?
Yeah, he comes back from the mountain with the 10 Commandments or whatever.
He's like, you guys shouldn't be doing that.
He goes, I go and look at a burning bush for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And you guys are worshiping a golden cow and having an orgy.
So
you guys are having too much fun. God hates that.
Did God's face even appear in the burning bush, or is it a burning bush?
You want to know a secret?
What?
It was fucking me. I lit a bush on fire and I hid back there and I was like, hey, Moses, I'm God. You're gay.
Did you have a ghillie suit on?
Yeah, I had a ghillie suit
That's
on.
awesome.
I had a Shane Gillis suit on.
You don't know your Humble Jungle date yet?
I do know it. I just forget.
With Sam Talent?
It's later in June. June 20 something.
So, folks.
Who cares?
Well,
June 8th, come see me at the American Legion. I don't care about the other one.
June 8th.
I'm sure that will sell out with the famous guy.
Come see me at the secret party that I'm going to have that some of you public listeners, I don't want to go. But for more details.
So far for the June 8th show, I've promoted it only online, and then I messaged Meta. I said, hey, you should come to this.
Yeah.
Our friend Meta. And then he goes, I'm busy. I'm like, it's all cool. I had a panic attack the other day.
Busy doing what?
Moving. He said he's moving.
But tickets are moving, folks, so you better get them while you can.
Better get them while you can. And legitimately, I had a panic attack the other day, picturing nobody coming, except maybe my mom. When I was in a band,
I'll be there, but I'll probably have to. I can't leave early because junior.
When I was in a band, I did.
I'll probably set up for everything and then go.
When I was in a band before I moved to Chicago, we got a gig at a local bar for Halloween. They're like, "We'll give you Halloween. You get the whole night." And I was like, "Me and my buddy."
All Hallows Eve. They give you all of Hallows Eve.
So we put together all our music. We invited a bunch of people. My parents asked me if they come. I said, "Don't come." It's because I was going to be wearing a dress because we were doing a freak show and I was going to be the bearded lady.
When you say come, sorry, do you mean like COME or
COME? I said, do not come to our show because I was embarrassed that I would be wearing a dress as the bearded lady.
That is embarrassing, yeah.
It felt really weird to wear a dress. I hated it.
I mean, no,
I hated it. I only wore that dress one other time with a ball gag when I was on mushrooms having sex with this crazy girl I used to date. And I was on mushrooms and she looked like a wolf.
Oh, wait, you really had it on again?
That was the 2 times I wore that dress.
It's not a fake story?
No, none of this is fake. The first time I wore the dress, though, I told my parents, do not come. I was embarrassed.
Why did you tell me the second part?
Well, you said you liked it, and I was like, well, I did wear it this other time. That was more fun.
I did see you wearing it one time.
I think the girl had a fetish of dating a cross-dresser, so she had me cross-dress. I don't know.
I did drive by your place.
When you're
your old place?
When you're on mushrooms with the ball gag, you drool so much.
Yeah, I've never had a ball gag in. Yeah.
But yeah. Dude, having sex on mushrooms is not even fun because you feel like they're gonna bite you.
I've had sex on mushrooms.
Were you worried about them biting you?
No, they turned.
That was my biggest fear.
They turned into an old Asian lady.
Yeah, mine looked like a wolf.
That's scarier, I guess.
Yeah, it was scary. It was really scary. It honestly did not go well.
Yeah, guys, don't mix sex and mushrooms.
No one had fun.
Like, do whatever you want. Mix uppers and downers. Don't mix mushrooms and sex.
I was basically being abused by a 30-year-old woman when I was 22. She's making me do all sorts of bad stuff.
You know, I used to squeeze 22s in my Reebok shoes back in the day.
Well, you'd shoot into the shoe?
I don't know. I think that was a Biggie Smalls bar.
I want to buy some of his sweaters. He had some cool sweaters.
Yeah.
And they make cheap knockoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the point of the story is I wore the dress to the show and no one came except my parents. They broke the rule that I said do not come. And it was horrific. And then after us playing for like 10 minutes, people asked if they could turn the jukebox on. It was a very huge fail. Well, epic fail.
Maybe if you include me.
It was one of my most epic fails.
Maybe if you include me somehow in the production, maybe I'll help promote it a lot.
This was a long time ago.
Not on this show.
This 14 years ago.
On this show.
Yeah.
Maybe just
June 8th?
Yeah, maybe have me... I could be a comic if you do the Tony Tiger thing.
Daniel Poon? I might do that, yeah. Well, yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I need to figure it out.
Yeah.
The other day, I started thinking about the show, and then I had a panic attack for a whole day, and I didn't do any work.
I'll help promote it.
And now I'm behind at work.
Yeah. and you can't use Xanax because you sleep for 10 days.
I can't do Xanax.
Because you sleep for 20
I was thinking
days.
as an experiment about, usually I do uppers before the podcast.
Yeah.
What if I did downers before the podcast?
You fall asleep instantly.
You're
so sleep deprived that if you have any type of downer, you would just...
Maybe I'll do that for a guest episode sometime.
Or Dale on Xanax.
He's slurring his Z's.
Yeah.
He's lisping his Z's.
Can I get some benzos, some Xanax? And then he takes it, and half hour later, we're like, Dale, you all right? And he's like, yes.
He sounds like a deflating pool toy.
He's trying to talk, but all he can do is...
deflated raft.
Hold on, let me... Yeah, he's like a deflated raft.
Did you just pause or whatever? Yeah, okay.
I didn't do anything.
You save it?
The whole time this has just been going.
Shit.
I'm Pablo Picasso.
I bet you have trouble with your face.
Pablo Precumso also.
Oh, Pablo Precumsa. I'm a Precumsa, the Native American, like Tecumseh.
I'm William Precumsa Spurman.
Yeah, Spurman.
Mm-hmm.
Spurman Sherman.
What up, filling them with Precumsa.
Daniel Poon.
Spurman.
Daniel Poon.
Yeah. I like that.
We all like that.
General Sherman really...
Remember the Alaho.
General Sherman was alive from the signing of the Declaration of Independence, I think, until 9/11. I think he was 300 and some years old or something.
How about Al Horland?
No, you're not listening to me.
What?
General William Tecumseh Sherman
was
alive, I think, for 300 years.
I always check my Tecumseh to find out what direction's north.
Yeah. But isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I should have said that.
He's older than the country.
I should have said that on the news.
He's older than the United States of America.
No one's going to believe me now.
How old is the U.S.?
People don't trust me, but they trust the news.
1776.
I heard that one time you had 1776 D's in your mouth.
Hey, that's just not possible.
My D is 17.76 inches.
My Adidas.
My D costs a late night fee. Yo, D got the HIV. My D bigger than the bridge. Yo, D looks like a little kid. I'm going to go visit my kids by the bridge.
Yo, bridge gets stiff for little kids.
My kids misbehave. Yo, kids
get R-worded.
Live under the bridge.
It kind of misbehave. Get raped.
My kids live by the bridge. Yo, kids. They got SIDS. Is that a SIDS? What's SIDS? Is it a disease?
Sudden infant death syndrome.
Yeah, that's what they get. So, John, I want to talk more about how John Hickok.
The worst part about sudden infant death syndrome is how sudden it is.
John Hickok is 8 feet tall. And
he's like the Burmese python of a man.
Weighs 400 pounds just because he's so tall. He's not fat.
Yeah.
And somehow
That's height weight.
Somehow he was able to get pneumonia. So it must have been at least 400 pneumonias. I'm thinking 400.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah.
So
one per pound.
He lives a block away from me, and he told me he's been coughing in my direction. And I was like, "What the?" And he's trying to get me sick.
Remember? Sorry.
He's trying to get me sick.
What the hell?
Yeah. I don't want pneumonia. I have Crohn's. I'll probably die.
Yeah.
I'm immunocompromised.
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't.
My brother's like that.
And I'm immunocompromised. It doesn't mean that I.
He's back on the Remicade. You take Remicade?
What?
Remicade? Isn't that the Crohn's drug? What are you looking at?
Making sure I didn't. Okay, I thought I thought I didn't have that plugged in here. Yeah. I took Remicade every. Actually, it used to be every 8 weeks. Now I get it every 7 weeks.
Isn't that the mouse from that makes food?
Remicade.
Remicade.
Yeah, that's his name.
Ratatouille.
Yeah, he controlled the guy. Why didn't you just tell the guy?
He would cook food that wouldn't upset your Crohn's.
Why
belly.
wouldn't he just tell the guy what to do? And like, also, why when he pulled on his hair, why would it move his arms? That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Like, it's not how a human's body works.
Yeah, I've never seen the movie, but it sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's called Rat-Tat, like the Pokemon.
Yeah, I used to watch, I don't know. Never mind. I don't have anything to say about that.
I want more
Ratatouille.
I want more jokes in stand up, like in open mic stand up, about like polyamory and
Okay.
Also dating.
I love catcalling jokes myself.
Those have kind of aren't as big as they used
Even
to
better
be.
if you could make a song about it and how it's bad.
Yeah.
I'd like a song about catcalling being bad.
I think that people need to talk a little bit more about dating applications.
Ooh,
Calling app applications.
fascinating. I actually wrote some jokes.
What's your
about
favorite?
dating
What's your
apps.
favorite telephone application?
telephone applications?
That's new. Facebook.
Have you heard Paul Miller's dating apps joke?
Yeah. Mozzarella sticks.
He goes, "I'm on the apps, Domino's."
But also,
And then it also,
yeah,
appetizers.
yeah. Paul Miller, king of Chicago comedy, probably.
The king of making you laugh is something that makes no sense to you.
Yeah, say Paul Miller, Junior Stopka.
Ravon's up there, dude.
Well,
He deserves more credit for saying stuff that makes no sense.
He's the 25th best comic. He was ranked in the magazine that I made
25th
up.
best open mic.
I think he believes in this magazine that I made up.
He says that all the
that's
time.
That's where they came from.
25th best open mic comic.
I told him that when that show was going on in that tattoo basement. Mm-hmm. I told him that. I was like, Ravon, I saw this magazine that you're the 25th best open mic comic in the scene. And he was like, for real? I was like, yeah. It's fake magazine that I made up.
Nura had beef with him, and then somehow Nura's like, Nura's always like looking out for number one, my girlfriend. And she had beef with Ravon because Ravon got too drunk and fell asleep on her, and it really upset her. And Ravon doesn't remember that. But then she used that to guilt Ravon into giving her free food from their cookout thing at the Power Hour.
Oh yeah,
and Ravon gave her food.
I know her tricks.
And then Nura goes, "He's a little bit off the hook." I'm like, "You're just trying to get more food, aren't you? Like, just leave him alone."
Yeah,
dude.
like with my vape.
Yeah. Your vape. Yeah, she got mad at you because you wouldn't let her take hits off your vape constantly. Nura is such a little weasel sometimes.
But I've figured out a lot of her manipulation tactics.
They're so obvious.
I know. I've learned them well.
Yeah.
And I have defenses against the dark arts, and that doesn't mean dark isn't black. That means evil.
When she does it, it's dark in two senses, I guess.
I was honestly concerned that KJ Whitehead was gonna like hit Nura or something.
Me too.
And also,
I was scared because I don't know
KJ
that
would probably
person.
beat the shit out of you too, because dude, because
she was like a Marine or something, right?
I think Michael Robinson went to high school with KJ.
Okay.
And said that like KJ was like a all-state football player.
I think she was a Marine too. Like, I think she's like a trained
and like an all-state football player
person.
and a military person. Yeah.
But also,
KJ would have taken her down.
I don't know
down.
if it's true, but I've heard they're kind of like weird.
Yeah, I mean, if KJ hit Nura, I would have to hop in too. And
I don't think she'd hit Nura.
I would get knocked out by KJ Whitehead.
I mean, that would be really funny.
Yeah.
I think you should try and get knocked out by KJ Whitehead That would be like
That'd be
a
so-
badge of honor
that'd be
for
so woke.
our podcast.
Are you
It'd
so
be
woke
really-
with me?
Yeah, it would be honestly just respectful.
I feel like that's so woke to get punched in the face by a trans person.
If it
because-
knocks you out, bonus points.
Mhm.
You get invited to the gay cookout.
Yeah. What about a trampoline? It's like, it's like a trampoline, but it's switched. You flip it upside down or something.
I
Have you
guess.
ever gotten caught in the springs of a trampoline?
Oof, that's brutal when your leg goes
Trampolines
through.
are dangerous
Yeah.
as heck.
Yep. You ever do one where they like dig a hole in the ground and they don't have it like up in the air, but they put it over a hole in the ground?
No, but it does seem a lot safer.
Well, no, because if you get close to the edge, you just land on the ground. Like it's harder to. It's still hard to tell. I don't know. I guess you don't fly off the side.
Yeah.
They started putting nets on them. I noticed them trampolines.
Yeah.
We never had that when we were kids.
Yeah. I mean, I remember one time I was small, so I wasn't as tall as the trampoline fully. Somehow my legs got stuck in the springs, and I was hanging upside down with my feet my
What the
feet
hell?
stuck in the springs.
Oh, did you maybe like fall in between
I
the
fell through the
springs, but your
springs,
legs
and
got
then
off?
I was
rolls.
just crying. That was the last time I cried. No, actually,
It is funny. It's like they go up in the air and you see them start to sort of sail a little bit the wrong way.
yeah.
So they're coming down. You're like, oh,
And then it's
Then
like
fucking
sailing
emergency room
takes
trip.
me away. You know that song, right?
Uh-huh.
That's a really good song.
Yeah, you love that song.
Really soothing.
Yacht
like-
rock.
yeah, I love yacht rock.
1% battery.
Yeah. So follow me at Bad Boy Comedy.
Cool, Jason Melton. Please come to my show June 8th. Honestly, dude, this is the free episode. It don't have to be full.
yeah. Cool.
You getting this for free.
Yeah.
CoolSteeperClub.com. Promo code Bad Comedy for iced tea subscription.
We had an excellent guest episode that comes out Wednesday that
So
you can
yeah,
watch.
please go to Patreon.com.
That one is not in the alt video version like this one.
Yeah.
That one's actually in normal 4K.
Patreon.com/Bad Comedy for our good episodes.
Yeah, these ones are bad on purpose.
This is a little tease.
And speaking of teas, let's talk about tea, folks. I'm drinking Cool Steeper Club right now. So I brought my pitcher, forgot the cup to my house.
Okay.
You know, because
They do have a whole pitcher system that comes with it.
with a filtration system, high tech filtration.
You put
system.
the tea in the filter. You put the filter in the water in the tea. You put it in the fridge. Next day, you got a full pitcher of tea.
of the best tea.
Bitch.
So